Welcome back to Poverty Arms, and welcome to the new series called Choose Your Weapon. And the first episode is about choosing a drone defense shotgun specifically. So all the tests today, we're going to judge them and score them on this board. Not sure if you can see it, but we have a price, weight, length, reliability, ammo selection, recoil, accuracy, and overall effectiveness. You know, these are great for drone defense, but you need to protect yourself online, and you can use the channel sponsor, Aura, for that. Have you ever Googled yourself? Well, you might have and not found anything and not thought about online protection at all. But go to something like People Search or Been Verified, and you can find address, relatives' names, phone number, email, vehicles. Even if I were to look up your license plate, I could find the VIN number of your vehicle, your name, and all your relatives and your phone number. So watch who you cut off on the highway. They might be able to call you. But you can find all kinds of reports where they just have every single name of your relative, pictures of your house, emails, phone numbers, cars you drive. Aura takes care of the hard part, which is removing them from these sites, because it would take me forever to do that. I don't have the time to do that, and they'll just automatically opt you out. And when they ask to remove your stuff, they have to. And this stuff is sold through people called data brokers, and they just sell these like little packages. It'll be you, and they'll sell you to a company to, scammers obviously get a hold of it all the time. With Aura, I get all sorts of alerts when my info is found on the dark web, or fraud alerts with banking and all that. And they give you a whole bunch of cool features. With 24/7 monitoring to keep your identity secure, they also have a VPN, antivirus, all these other things. And an interesting one that I just discovered recently was call protection. And it blocks all of these spam calls. All of those are spam calls. I never get a spam call again. Have you ever got a spam call that's like, you know, matching your area code and it'll seem legit, but you answer it and it's some stupid thing that's obviously not true and you're sick of it? Well, Aura, once you activate call protection, I never get a scam call ever again. It's awesome. And with a secure VPN, antivirus, password protection, and more, you'll feel safe again on the web, along with all of the identity theft protection. They even throw in insurance for identity theft protection, which is $5 million. You can sign up today using the link in the description and get a free 14-day trial. Just go to aura.com/povertyarms. Thank you to the channel sponsor, and now let's get back to the video. And this selection today, most of them are specific, but also some represent categories for stuff I don't have. But first up, you have a single shot or a break action. Second, you got a hunting pump action. You have the Maverick 88, which is like your home defense shotgun. And then you have Bullpup shotguns, and I chose the KSG to represent. And then for semi-automatic shotguns, I went with the AK. Mostly because I just like magazines. I don't like the long tubes, you know. But anyways, so let's get on with the testing and see where we're at on the scoreboard with each one. First up, I'm going to score them for price. So starting here with the single shot, that baby gets a point right there because that is $80. I swear I got it at a pawn shop. And as for this one, this is a Stevens 320. They're nice and cheap. So I'm also going to give that one a check for the hunting shotguns. For the Maverick 88, I spent $179. I know they cost more now, but they're still like $230, so that one gets a check. For the KSG, that one does not get a point because that was $1,000. And $1,000 for a shotgun, I think, is quite a bit, especially when you can get all these. So that one doesn't get a point. For this Panzer Arms AK-12, that does get a point, I believe. I spent less than $400, or right at $400. That's nice and cheap, especially with that quality wood. But a lot of those like cheaper mag-fed shotguns, they run pretty good. So far they all have a check except the KSG. So before I keep scoring, I'm going to shoot each one. And then I'm gonna judge them based off of that. So first up, I'm gonna shoot the single shot just right over there at that stump. I mean, it is handy that it kicks the shells out. Not too bad. This is really light, and you can break these down really easily, just like that. Put it in a bag or something. I mean, I don't think you'd be able to really, you know, in combat put it together, but it's still a nice feature. And then up next, we got the Steven 320. Let's see how this one fares. We'll just do 2 shots. Huh. Nice trigger. Again, super light, but both of these 2 first guns are very long. But this one here, the Maverick 88, I'm very familiar with this, and you should be too if you watch the channel. Classic, again, light, and you can put whatever you want back here, or you can remove this. If you're familiar, I used to have a folding stock on here until it started to cut my cheek. Those are horrible stocks. Up next, we got the KSG 12, or KSG, whatever they want to call it. Lots of recoil, but I have a nice muzzle brake on there that kind of cuts down the recoil a lot. So it actually ain't too bad no more. But originally, this thing kicked like a mule, so keep that in mind. But again, very light, very portable. You could throw this on your back really easily. Now we got the Panzer Arms AK-12. This was actually the first video, if y'all know. First video I made was with this thing. I actually like it a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I can't shoot it without going through the whole mag. Very comfortable to shoot. Very comfortable gun. Very lightweight. It does have a bit of recoil, but it's not too bad. And the sights are pretty nice. But again, it's pretty long. I guess you could easily cut it down and, you know, fill out whatever they got for that. But overall, not too bad. So we can't just give points to all of them. So right off the bat, I am giving the AK a point for weight, because for how big it is and how light it is, that's pretty awesome. KSG doesn't get a point. Maverick 88 doesn't really get a point. Keep in mind that those 2 are heavy because they hold so much ammo, which is a good thing, but ammo weighs a lot. The 320, kind of heavy for what it is. Single shot, I'll give that one a point. And for overall length, I'll give the KSG a point. Its first point, might I add. And the Maverick 88 a point. All the rest are just really long and cumbersome. You could cut them down, but, you know, we're talking about guns as a category, so. So next up on our list here is reliability. And right off the bat, I'm gonna give the AK a point for reliability, because with high brass and all that, no issue. And you're not hitting a drone with 8-shot. I mean, come on. I mean, maybe, but I wouldn't. And then for the KSG, I would give it a point. I've had it since I was 18, and I've never had a problem, but you have to change the selector. For the Maverick 88, I am not giving a point because they're reliable as heck until they start getting old, and mine right now is actually having some problems. So normally I would give that a check all day, but not today. And for the hunting shotgun, the Stevens 320, I would give a check. And the single shot, how could that go wrong? Now for ammo selection, I would not give the AK a point, and I'll give the KSG, Maverick 88, hunting, and single shot. I'd give them all a point except for the AK, because you can't shoot whatever you want out of the AK, which sucks. But now for the fun part. I'm gonna set up like a drone defense course, and we're gonna see how good they do, and then I will grade them on recoil, speed, accuracy, and effectiveness only after we run some, you know, simulated drone defense. All right, so in the test, I will have 6 rounds in each gun. And I have 1, 2, 3 pigeons out there. And the idea is, can I quickly get the close one, the middle distance, and the far one? The farthest one's about 80 yards or so, or 80 meters, or whatever language you speak. So all of them will be done. We'll see how quick they are. We'll see if I hit them all, and then we'll grade from there. So the first up is the single shot. I don't have a shot timer, so we're just gonna have to kind of do this quickly. Oh no. Got the second one. Missed the far one. Got it. That was actually way quicker than I ever would have guessed. And this thing is very easy to aim with. But what makes it nice is that it kicks the shells out for you. Alright, basically the same exact story, but with a Savage 320, or Stevens 320. I'm just gonna see how quick we can get them. This is the only other long barrel, so it'll get harder after this. Ah! It's trying to feed 2. Alright, I'm docking a point for reliability on this one. Next up is the Maverick 88. I've been having issues with this thing, so let's see how this goes. But it should do pretty well. Yeah. Man, this thing is rough. Can't even hit anything with it. Alright, well, this is a fail. I don't know why I can't hit that last one. Maybe our barrel's getting too short. Next up is the KSG 12. It's got a red dot on it. I have shot clays with this before. Let's see how this goes. Oh, pretty easy. It's also nice and short, so you can quickly get stuff. And last but not least, the AK. I have high hopes for this one. Let's see how this one does. Oh no. Oh man. I will say being semi-auto was really nice, but it just could not get that last one there. Got the first 2 pretty quick though. So as far as recoil goes, I would give a point to the AK. I would give a point to the KSG, but only if you have a muzzle device, and that's not how they're sold. So the KSG gets no point. Maverick 88 kicks kind of hard. The hunting shotgun is actually pretty okay. I'll give the hunting shotgun a point. But the single shot does kick pretty hard, but it's also really light. And then for speed, obviously the AK and the KSG are up there. The KSG is really fast. These two pumps, I mean, they're kind of iffy, and pump is just slow. Whereas on the KSG, it's closer into you, so it's really fast. So these three won't get a point. So for accuracy, we're gonna test its spread on a box. All right, so single shots up first, 30 yards. Let's see what it spreads like. Well, that pretty much peppered the whole box. Let's just see what the others will do to it. That probably somehow missed. This one should be interesting. I was trying to hit that disc in the distance. This thing is so much better with the brake on there. If you have one of these, you gotta get the brake. And now for our AK. Let's see what happened. Well, it looks like they all just kind of peppered the box. So I'm gonna judge accuracy based off the last test. And the last test, the only ones to really hit was the KSG, the hunting, and the single shot. Those were the only ones that hit out to 80 yards, which is awesome for the KSG. So overall effectiveness, the AK gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The KSG gets 5. Maverick 88, 3. Hunting, 5. And single shot, also 5. Seeing as how they all tied except for the Maverick 88, I'm going to add a couple of new things. For one, or new features. For one, this one has rails all over it. This one is threaded. I've even heard that you can put chokes in it. Not sure if that's true or not. You can extend the mag tubes. There's a rail on the bottom, on the top. You can put, an optic, whatever. And biggest part, you can select your ammo. It can take 2 different rounds in there. So you got buckshot or number 4 shot, which I think number 4 steel shot's the best for drones. And then features on this one, you can put an optic on here. It's got a whatever AK people call that. And these are M-lock rails. And I have a light right here. And this accepts chokes. So the KSG and this I see is pretty much tied. This, you can mount whatever you want on the mag tube. You can extend the mag tube. You can put optics on these, side saddle, butt stock, whole 9. So this also has all those nice features. And it's a lot cheaper. It's way cheaper. This one, you can modify these, but I mean, it's going to take a lot of work. There's not really a whole lot you can do with these compared to the Maverick 88. And single shots, I mean, you can get them with like a rail on top. But really, the biggest plus about this compared to the other ones is its takedown is so easy. You can just put this in a bag, put it in your backpack, and you got something. And it's really light. So, with all this in mind, honestly, my pick, if you are watching this channel and you like cheap stuff, I recommend the Maverick 88, even though it's the only loser. The only reason the Maverick 88 lost is because something's wrong with it. I can't get the shells to feed out of the mag tube. I don't know what's wrong with it. But when they're new, they're nice and they work. So I honestly recommend that, but my overall pick has to be the KSG. You can switch ammo types. You can go from fighting to air defense, breaching rounds, you name it. I mean, this has got to be the choice. It's the shortest. You can put sling on there, throw it on your back, Call of Duty, whip it out. But all these in mind, this is my pick. So let me know your pick in the comments down below out of these, or one that you just suggest. You know, don't even mention the Benelli M4 or whatever. Read the channel name before you suggest something like that. But I hope you liked this video, and check out povertyarms.com for this shirt or other shirts or hats. It supports the channel. And check out the channel sponsor too. All that will be in the description or the pinned comment. And tune in next week for episode 2.